ऐलान और साथी आ जाएं कोई बात देता है।
नहमदुहु व नुसल्ली अला रसूलिहिल करीम अम्मा बादु फ़अऊज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम फ़स्अलू अहला ज़िक्रि इन कुन्तुम ला तअलमून सुब्हानक ला इल्म लना इल्ला मा अल्लमतना इन्नका अंतल अलीमुल हकीम रब्बि इश्रह ली सदरी व यस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली या रब्बि सल्लि व सल्लिम दाइमन अबदन अला हबीबिका खैरिल ख़ल्क़ि कुल्लिहिम. Before I start answering the questions, I would like everyone to come close to the member here. Jazakallah. Alhamdulillah. This session of Q&A has been running for a few years. Every week we receive questions. Brothers, sisters, this week we also have received some questions. Sometimes a question comes, we answer, then later on after some weeks the same question comes maybe by a new person. So this week somebody asked regarding loan for education. Is this allowed, taking loan? We've answered this question very clearly. Not at all, it's not allowed. Interest, giving, taking is haram. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala declares war against two type of persons. Number one, who is involved in giving or taking interest. And number two, the one who shows enmity to the pious people. These two type of person, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala declares war against these two people. So don't let the ulama say to you, yes, it's jais, it's permissible. No, it's not jais. Taking loan for education, it's interest. So the clear-cut answer is, according to the Quran and Sunnah, it is haram, not jais, impermissible. Whoever will take it, he will be indulging in a grave sin, major sin. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala declares, as I mentioned, war against these people. I've heard reciting the first kalma 70,000 times for oneself or for someone. It becomes means of forgiveness. Is this true? There's a hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in which he mentions the one who will recite the first kalima la ilaha illallah 70,000 times for himself, he will be forgiven. And if someone recites this kalma with the intention for someone who has passed away, that may Allah, through the barakah and the blessing of this kalma, may Allah forgive him, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala upon the recitation of 70,000 times kalma, La ilaha illallah, will forgive the person, the deceased. I think we should have this in our storage, this kalma, 70,000 times. And you don't have to read in one sitting. You don't have to read in one sitting. You can divide, maybe you can start reading 1,000 times every day or 5,000 times every day. And keep the calculation. And when it comes to 70,000 times, then it's up to you to pass on the reward of this kalma whosoever you wish to. Your father passed away, anyone's mother passed away, or any other relative passed away, any friend passed away, you can pass the reward to them and they will be forgiven. And keep it for yourself as well. Not only, you might be thinking, sometimes, let me correct it here. Sometimes we think, when I'm passing the reward of my recitation, of my good deeds to deceased, the reward only goes to them and I don't get nothing. No. You recite something and you pass on the reward to deceased, those who passed away, they will get the reward. You will also get the reward. When a person does Hajj on behalf of someone, the person on behalf of whom he is doing Hajj, he will get the reward. The one who is doing the Hajj, he will get the reward. And sometimes what happens, someone pays the money to someone and say, look, you go to Hajj, I'll pay for it on behalf of my father. So here 3 people will get reward. The one who paid the money, he will get the reward for the Hajj. The one who did Hajj and for whom he did Hajj, he will get the reward. So if someone reads 70,000 times kalma with the intention for someone, and then he passes on the reward to someone who has passed away, he will also get the reward. And inshallah, he will also be forgiven by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So sometimes people think, this is maybe, I've recited the Quran, one full Quran, with the intention of, for my father, my mother, any relative, he will get the reward and I will not get the reward. No, you will get the reward as well. Because here, is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There's no shortage in Allah's, khazana. Everything's there. So similarly, that's what they say, that this reward is not it's distributed between everyone. If somebody reads Ayatul Kursi, Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal says that someone reads Ayatul Kursi, and he reads the last 4 quls, and he then passes on the reward to all those who have passed away, all the Muslims. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give the reward of this Ayatul Kursi and the 4 quls, all those from Adam alayhi salatu wasalam till today who passed away, he will give the reward. Each and every one. So there's not a shortage in the treasures of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You can give swat to, you can send swat to everyone. And also, the ulama, they say, there's a question here today again, to, our amals, are they presented to our parents who have passed away, or our relatives, or Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? And every Friday, according to one hadith, every Friday, one's actions are presented to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and if his parents have passed away, they are presented to the parents as well. Our amals are presented. This question today, are our amals presented to our parents who have passed away? Yes, they are. And our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam as well. Our Prophet sallallahu in one hadith, every morning and evening, our amals are presented to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So just imagine if you are committing, at the time of committing sins, think Allah is watching, but at the very same time, this amal, this sin will be presented to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And we will be causing pain to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He will grieve. He will become sad that my ummati is committing sins. So when our amals are presented to Prophet sallallahu, if they are good, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam thanks Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that my follower is, he's doing the good deeds. And if we are committing sins and they are presented to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and he comes to know that we are sinning, then he makes a dua of forgiveness for us. Our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, while he was in this dunya, he never forgot us. Remember, he never forgot the ummah. While he is in alam barzakh, he is not forgetting us. Our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, while he was in this dunya, he never forgot us. He made a dua for the ummah. And now, while he's in his Roze Athar, he remembers, he still remembers his ummah. And on the day of judgment, he will still remember us. We are the one who forget Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but he never forgot us. No, at this very moment he is forgetting us. No, he will forget us on the day of judgment. Now, how to remember Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is through sending salutation of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When we send salutation of Prophet, there's a hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the one who will send in a day, the one who will send 100 times salutation of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, hundreds of his needs will be fulfilled by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And there's another hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam which he says, the one who will send every day 1,000 times salutation of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It is not hard, to say sallallahu alaihi wasallam. How long does it take you to say sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Seconds. Hadith says, the one who will read 1,000 times the Durood Sharif, send salutation on Prophet 1,000 times every day, before he will die, he will see Jannat. Before the ruh will leave his body, he will see Jannat with his own eyes. Then the ruh will come out of his body. So, sending, our reward, sending our reward to our loved ones, to our parents, our friends, it's proven by the hadith that they will receive the reward. They will receive the reward, and also the one who sent, he will also get reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Can one make dua in sajda while he is offering his prayer? And also, can he make dua in English while he's in sajda? He's offering. But remember, when we are offering the obligatory prayer, when the Imam is offering he's leading the prayer, for the Imam, the hukum is he shouldn't prolong his sujood and ruku and his prayer. Keeping in mind there are elders who are standing at the back. So if the Imam does any dua in Arabic, which is from the hadith, in his sajda, it is valid, but he shouldn't. But in sunnat prayers, in nafil prayers, we can do the dua in sajda, but not in English, not in Urdu, not in Punjabi, not in Bangladeshi Zuban, not in any language, only in the duas which have come to us from Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In sajda, when you're offering the sunnat prayer or you're reading tahajjud prayer, and when you go into sajda, you can make the dua in your sajda, but in Arabic, not in other language. And today's one of the questions is, if someone gives 3 divorces to his wife in one majlis and he never made an intention for divorce, will the divorce, these 3 divorces will be counted? Because he never made any intention, he said. Yes. The intention is not a condition to give a divorce. When someone utters the word divorce, talaq, and he says to his wife that I divorce you, then it's done. Intention, no mufti and no alim will say, what was your intention then? Intention is not a condition. And remember, when someone gives 3 divorces in one majlis, they are counted as 3 divorces, not 1. They are counted as 3 divorces. And this issue of 3 divorces, there are 3 divorces, has been coming to us from Hazrat Umar Farooq radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Hazrat Umar Farooq radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he gathered all the Sahaba Kiram, and each and every Sahabi of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam agreed upon this, that 3 divorces will be counted as 3 divorces, not 1, 3 divorces. So if anyone gives 3 divorces to his wife, 3 divorces to his wife, then there are 3 divorces. According to the 4 Imams, remember this, Imam Abu Hanifa, Imam Malik, Imam Shafi, and Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal, rahimahumullah. According to these 3 Imams, 3 divorces are 3 divorces, not 1 divorce. But unfortunately, nowadays, what happens when someone becomes, furious and he's angry and is fighting with his wife and he gives 3 divorces, then they come to the ulama, and when the alim says, no, yes, it's 3 divorces, then they go and find through other channels, and yes, we found someone who says, no, you've given 3, it's only 1. You've given 3, but it's counted as 1. Remember, all the Sahaba Ikram, they said 3 talaqs are 3 talaqs. 4 Imams came and they explained us the Quran, the Hadith, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and they came to this conclusion: 3 talaqs are 3 talaqs, not 1 talaq. So if someone says to you, you gave 3, but it is 1, and you keep your wife, then believe me, such person is committing zina. He is committing zina. And this is happening in our society. So many cases happened. So many husbands gave 3 divorces. Husbands gave 3 divorces. I know myself, gave 3 divorces. And they came to me, they came to any other Hanfi Maulvi, and they said, yes, 3. No, not satisfied. Why 3? I went to someone, we went to London, so and so said, well, you've given 3, it's not 3, it's 1. You can keep your wife. Such people are committing zina. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept this majlis and make it means of our forgiveness. Rabbana atina fi dunya hasana wa fil akhirati hasana wa qina adhab an-nar. Rabbana taqabbal minna innaka antas samiul alim wa tub alayna innaka antat tawwabur rahim. Wa sallallahu ta'ala ala khairi khalqihi Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in bi rahmatika ya